By now, we've probably all seen people in worlds having realistic leg movements and wondered how do people do that? Well, it's quite simple. They possess magic abilities that allow them to do this. Well, not exactly. But they do have something that's called full body trackers, also known as FBT. But for simplicity, I will refer to them as FBTs for the rest of the video. FBT used to be quite rare to come across years ago, only finding them on people who had lots of money to spare. Looking at you, furries. But what even is FBT, and how do they work, and why are people spending money to have virtual legs? Hopefully this will help you determine if FBT is worth selling your soul or your left kidney just to twerk in front of a mirror. Let's dig in. Well, for starters, FBT gives you an ability to have complete control over your avatar instead of only your arms and head. Now, there are multiple ways to have FBT, like lighthouse tracking, used on Vive trackers or Tantra trackers, but there are IMU based trackers out there, most common being Slime VR, Hardtora X, or Sony's Makopi. Lighthouse tracking using Valve's base stations are the most reliable and accurate way of tracking. These base stations shoot an IR laser about 60-ish times a second. This is called a sweep, and your trackers respond to this sweep given the location where it is. Then there is IMU based tracking. IMU stands for Inertial Measurement Unit. These IMU trackers work with straight up magic, or at least that's what it feels like. Especially Slime VR's trackers. Slime probably kidnapped wizards and used their magical powers to power their trackers or something. Thanks for the quote, Ruko. How do IMUs actually work? IMUs are dependent on accelerometers, gyroscopes, and sometimes magnetometers. I butchered that sentence wholly. Anyways, the tracker doesn't know where it is, but rather it knows where it started at and where it moved from that starting point. Well, IMU based tracking is cheap. It has its downsides as well. They are prone to drift over time, needing to be recalibrated over time, and that can get quite frustrating. However, IMU-based tracking is also good because it doesn't require any sort of lighthouse, meaning you can cover yourself in a blanket if you want to, and they will track just fine. There are other tracking solutions as well, like using your phone's camera to get full body tracking, or even use an old Xbox Kinect if you happen to have one dusting on yourself. There are apps like Viso and Driver for VR that rely on using your phone's camera to track your body and setting it as tracker data to your client. They use AI to determine this kinds of stuff. I don't know much about it, so I can't give you a detailed answer. They have their limitations and require good lighting to track your body accurately. You're also restricted in movement. You need to be facing the camera at all times for the tracking to work properly. Your phone and headset/PC has to be connected to the same network using your IPv4 network IP. There is a method a lot of people don't know about, and that's using your PC's webcam to track printed April tags to achieve full body, although this never worked too well and was really bulky and uncomfortable. So now that we know how trackers work, why even bother with FBT? What's the point? I think the best way to answer these questions is to ask FBT users themselves.
Probably.
Well, more like, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be, I guess. I don't know, man. Honestly, I just thought it would be neat to have legs and shit. Because I saw other people have it, and I was like, damn, I'm kind of jealous of it. So I just, ended up buying it myself, and I don't know if I regret it or not. I just kind of have it, I guess.
And just kind of have it, yeah.
Yeah. None.
You just didn't.
No, I've heard a lot of people talk about the Vive trackers, so I was like, oh, those seem pretty good, so I'll buy them myself. Because I already had the index, so it could work with my base stations. And yeah, it works
that's
fine.
fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I would swear I'm not that dumb. Mostly just accuracy. I wanted it to look like at least a little decent, not like I'm like tripping balls every time I move.
Not like
You
my
know,
trackers right now.
yeah. Like everything.
Like your VR setup.
Oh my god. Well, at least the fucking index and the controllers were already 1,000,
Yeah.
which that should really hurt. I don't like buying things. Yeah, I think the trackers were like 400 total,
Yeah, that
which,
seems about right.
ugh, yeah, that was painful too, but like, I don't know, I was working, I was doing pretty well, so
Yeah.
it's like, why not?
Didn't hurt too much.
I don't, I don't think I was thinking when I bought Full Body, I gotta be honest. I just like, kind of did it out of impulse, and because I was, severely addicted to this game for, at the time that I did buy it.
Yeah. I get yeah, I get that, yeah.
How many people would like try and hit you up to fuck?
Ah, okay. I see.
You know, like ERP. Yeah, people want to do that when you have Full Body because the motherfuckers in this game really can't keep their private parts in their pants. Oh, it's super easy. It's just, it's just you have these three little dongle thingies with like three USB cords, USB, USB-C. Just plug them in like that. Plug them into your computer, and then what I didn't realize when you had to, or when you got Full Body, is you need to calibrate. So like the first time I had it, I just kind of logged on with everything on, and it didn't work. So I was like, "Huh, what's happening?" So I had to look up a YouTube video, and it
Oh
was like,
yeah,
"Oh,
on how to use
yeah,
yeah,
how
that.
to activate it."
Yeah.
Because all you need to do is just hit your fucking index fingers. You just click them, and then boom, it's on. But yeah, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, yeah.
Put my paws on people's faces to annoy them.
Anything else?
Mm, just sway my hips because I have a tail.
Yeah, you know, stand in
It
front
looks
of a
funny.
mirror and twerk.
I mean, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. You can throw it back.
You're throwing it back for the homies when they ask for it, you know? It's like, yeah, it's chill.
Yeah,
Go
can
ahead.
you do it for the camera real quick?
No? I don't know you. Who the fuck do you think you are? I'm not getting paid for this. You're not getting anything.
Maybe some,
Support
you
my
know,
OnlyFans.
maybe some AdSense money can be tied into this.
Yeah, fuck that. Give me all your Patreon money, you know?
Alright, anyways, that was pretty much all my questions right there.
Sweet.
Thank you for being my quest on the show. You were my test subject right here to see, you know, if everything works as they're supposed to.
Yeah. It's cool.
What do I recommend for FPT? With the wide selection of trackers out there, there's a lot we have to take into consideration here. Do you have an index, or do you have a Quest? Or are you perhaps planning on buying your first headset? Personally, I'm using a Quest headset, so IMU based trackers are ideal. Because buying Vive/Tundra trackers are unnecessarily expensive for a Quest since I'd have to buy base stations as well. If you're playing with a Quest, I would recommend going with IMUs like Slime VR or Hardtora Axis. They're both great for their price. Slime's starting at $195 for their base 5 trackers. Although Slime has been known for their late shipping times, if you're patient, I would definitely recommend going with them. Slime is also known for being quite hard to calibrate at times, but their Discord server, linked down below, is there to help you all the way through. They even regularly host tech support events if you're having issues with calibration. You can get direct help there. Slime VR is also completely open source, meaning you can make your own DIY slime trackers for even cheaper. This does require a bit of knowledge, but they have a GitHub page that's all about that. Not to mention, you can buy ready to ship DIY slimes from other people from their Discord servers marketplace. Slimes are a great option, I would definitely recommend them. On the other hand, Hardtora Access are also IMU based trackers, but they are a bit more expensive, starting at $299 for 6 trackers, which is their only option as well. From my experiences, Hardtora's tracking isn't as smooth as Slime's from what I've seen, although I don't know much about Hardtora's to be honest. That said, people swear by Hardtora Axe for its build quality and tracking consistency, so I might be completely on the wrong end this. It's important to do your own research as well. All in all, if you're a Quest user, I would recommend Slime VR. Okay, but I have an index. In that case, your best option would be getting lighthouse-based trackers like Vive trackers or Tundra trackers. Getting slimes is still definitely an option if you do want to go with that, but I would recommend either Vives or Tundras as they have the best tracking. Cost-wise, Vive trackers are a tad bit cheaper than Tundras, coming in at $175 for each tracker. Keep in mind you need 3 trackers for full body, while Tundra trackers are $192, and Tundra trackers are usually out of stock, while Vive trackers are produced by Valve, so stock is not an issue. In conclusion, if you have a Quest, get Slimes, and if you have an Index, get Vives if you can afford them. Vive trackers do not come with straps, so you will have to buy them separately, which will add cost. I do recommend doing some research of your own before committing to buying full body trackers. But if you don't want to break your bank, there's another option called Standable. Standable focuses on full body estimation, meaning it will estimate where your body is with almost nothing to go off of. Standable can be combined with full body trackers to smoothen the tracking. Things to be cautious about. As I earlier mentioned, SlimeVR's Discord server has a marketplace for DIY trackers. If you're planning on buying from there, please keep in mind that not everyone can be trusted and they might sell you something fake or just take your money and disappear. This also goes for sites like AliExpress and Etsy. Wow, we've covered quite a lot of stuff, huh? I wouldn't say this guide is in any way perfect or anything, but they should cover the basics of what you should know. This video has taken me quite a while to make, just because of the sheer amount of research and learning I had to do, so I would really appreciate if you could drop me a sub and like the video or maybe even comment. Anyways, I'm still learning the basics of content creation, so if anything, future videos should just keep on becoming better. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.